have maybe them dodge each other and both make a deep run. So we get to cover both of them longer. So maybe a little selfish thinking on my part there to avoid that first round matchup.
Yeah.
I understand, but right now...
I wouldn't mind seeing those two in the second round matchup. That would be ideal.
That'd be cool. But right now, the Vegas Golden Knights occupy the first spot in the Pacific with 93 points. The Edmonton Oilers trail them with 91. The Ducks with 90. And the Mammoth currently in the number one wild card spot. So the theoretical matchup as of today
would happen.
Yes.
But still game to be played.
A lot of time to be, a lot of things to be sorted out, of course.
We're going to get to the Knights in just a second. We'll go back to last night's win over the Winnipeg Jets. We're going to get some NFL draft talk today. We'll get you some of the storylines going into a double-header of broadcast tonight. We're going to have two crews.
Excited about this.
Yeah, I am too.
We're splitting up. We're going to have a crew do our first softball broadcast of the season. Desert Hills, it's senior night. They're playing Crimson, and Lulu West, with a win, breaks the all-time state record for wins.
Yes. Yeah. Monumentous achievement that could be accomplished tonight, and we'll be on hand. I can't wait.
Yep. You and Tara are going to be at the softball game. Caden and I will be over at the baseball game. We've got Dixie at Desert Hills tonight.
That'll be great as well.
The rematch. Looking forward to seeing how that plays out as well. We'll get into all those storylines, plus some other talk. Maybe if we have time, we'll do our first baseball power rankings of the year. Again, we're counting down to next Thursday, so we are literally 9 days away from the first round of the NFL draft. So we're going to be draft heavy every day, really through the first, even the day two, the second, third round next Friday. We will be talking a lot of draft here on the Fan Sports Network as NFL rules supreme, and everybody, it doesn't matter who you are, you should be excited about the new products that your team will be adding to the roster come this fall. So let's start, though, like with the Knights. You mentioned the standings there. Good win. Some of the highlights last night. Golden Knights topped the Jets 6-2. They inch a little bit closer to the Pacific Division title. They've got a 9-game season-high 9-game point streak after grabbing 2 more points with the win last night at T-Mobile Arena.
That's right, and they had one of the nicest passes I've seen all year from Jack Eichel, who got his first power play goal of the season last night, as well as the sick assists we saw in the third period when it was 2-0. Made it 3-0 on this incredible skill play. Behind the back.
Looked like Magic Johnson on ice.
Yeah, that's right.
Looked like John Stockton on ice.
We got our viewers and our listeners. This is the goal from Dan Duva on the radio last night. Las Vegas Golden Knights radio.
Barbashev opens up on the far wing, right side. Stick check by Morrissey. Bounces to Eichel near the right goal line. Takes it behind. Behind his back, they score! Oh, what a pass!
Pretty
nice. Finish! Eichel to Barbashev. 3-0.
It's a no-looker. You're not seeing anything there. You're just throwing it to space.
The pass is incredible, but Barbashev's shot ready right there. There was not a big window there.
Yeah.
You're going against Hellebuck.
Right.
We know about Hellebuck and how good he can be.
Yes.
I mean, they've been riding him down the stretch, and Winnipeg has been, I think he made his 8th or 9th straight start, and they're not going to the postseason. And so they're riding their guy. But the Knights torched him last night.
They did.
6 goals.
Yes, lit him up.
And the Golden Knights are 6-0-1, Teradamus, since making the coaching change to Coach Torts.
Yes.
And they're 1 point away from clinching the division. Carter Hart's won 5 straight. Paulie, what do you always say about playoff hockey?
Hot goalie and depth scoring are my 2 keys. So the Knights have the key first ingredient. Will they get the depth scoring? Will it be other guys besides Stone, Marner, Eichel? Will they get some contributions from guys like Howden and Barbashev and Skorofiev and all down the lineup? I'd like to see a lot of guys contributing for them. And they are right now. What'd you say? 6 different goal
last
scorers.
Night, yeah.
Yeah, 2 on power play. They had 2 power plays in the first period, and they were up 10-3 in shots, but they couldn't get one to go. It was 0-0 at the end of the first. So all 6 goals came in the second and the third. There was a ton of penalties in the second.
Yeah.
And, they made the most of that penalty-filled second period, scoring one shorthanded again shortly after the expiration of a power play. There was like 7 seconds, and I was all bummed. I'm watching last night. I'm like, how did we not score on that power play? We were flinging them at the net. And then 7 seconds after the power play lifted, Hannafin with a wrister. It was just a hot shot redirect. I think it was Riley Smith that redirected it, and they got the goal anyway.
Yeah, Hellebuck, USA hero, but not last night.
Correct.
He got lit up last night.
Correct.
For sure.
Stone scored a shorthanded goal.
Yeah.
Him and Eichel broke in on a 2-on-1.
10th shorthanded goal of Stone's career now. He's got a knack for scoring those goals. Yeah.
Yeah, and Riley got the redirect after moments later, and it was kind of over at that point. Anderson added a goal. Just everything going well for the Knights with Coach Torts, and 1 point away from clinching now the Pacific Division.
That's right. And they don't have a game today. They're idle. The Mammoth will take on the Jets. So Mammoth have an opportunity, and the Kings play the Canucks. So the Canucks at home are an underdog to the Red Hot Kings, who are 1 point behind the Mammoth in the wild card standings for that wild card 1 spot.
Yeah.
So right now, tonight's game for the Mammoth is pivotal. They need to beat the Jets. They need to give themselves some separation from the Kings, because if you get that wild card 2 spot, that means the Avalanche.
They play the number 1,
Yeah, so that would not be good for the Mammoth.
No.
So the Avalanche, you want to avoid them as long as possible.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. And the next night's game is actually the Kraken here at home. In
is it?
Vegas. I mean, not home.
Wednesday night or Wednesday
tomorrow
night.
night.
Yeah.
And you got to believe Hart, who looks like a true number 1 starter now for Vegas, will be in goal. He's been a godsend for the Knights. I mean, just another really solid performance. He seems like he's seeing the puck really well, and that's good news. So,
it is.
Some big games: Winnipeg and Utah.
Yes,
and then the Kraken at the Knights to wrap up the season and head into the playoffs. And it's exciting for fans of hockey in our neck of the woods that both the Mammoth and the Knights will be in the field of 16.
That's right. As the remaining stretch, the Mammoth have 2 games.
Yeah, they play the Blues on Thursday.
That'll be the season finale, the home finale, and the Knights' last game is tomorrow night against the Kraken. So that'll wrap the season for both of them, and the playoff bracket. All the teams that are in the playoffs are set, but now we just look at seeding and where they go. Should be interesting.
I'm the most interesting thing right now with the VGK. Is how they have this unbelievable adept sense in management of when to make a coaching change. They've done it yet again. Now, we don't know ultimately what Torts can do. We don't know if this is a short-term fix or if he's going to be a long-tenured coach there. But right now, if he wants that job long term, all he's got to do is make a deep run to the cup, and he can have it probably.
I think that it might be his, just the way they're trending up right now. The way that he's gotten more out of this team than Cassidy got the last 2 months of his tenure. They look like a brand new team out there.
And that's what Hart said. Hart said he's a good coach, a smart hockey man. I got along with Torts really well in Philly, and we heard a lot of people say they didn't get along with Torts. But Hart said he got along well with them when he was in Philly.
Yeah.
So he said, I was really familiar with his coaching style, how he does things. He said he brings the best out of players.
He does, yeah.
And I think the guys have really responded well to him. And the stats, the wins, the points are adding up, and it's pretty evident at this point that Torts and Vegas making that move with 8 games left when they fired Cassidy? 9 games left in the regular season?
9.
9.
10. It was 9.
Yeah. He's got them dialed in.
He does.
It's interesting because so often in sports you love a coach, but you're comfortable with the coach, and sometimes you really don't know if the grass is greener on the other side until you make some difficult decisions and tough moves.
Well, I heard him doing one of those little aside interviews, like during the game on the bench.
Mic'd up moment.
And at the end of the interview, he did a classic, are we done here? He just wanted to be done with the interview and back to the bench.
He's fiery,
But the one question that they did ask him that he legitimately answered was, how is this team different than Philly? And he's just like, to be honest, I'm more of a guidance counselor with this team. I just kind of guide them when they're getting astray. But with Philly, I had to teach them. I had to let them grow and make them learn under my system. This team is a turnkey operation with tons of talent. I just need to guide them, just keep them in the bowling lanes, if you will.
So you think he's just kind of coming in, holding guys accountable, demanding stuff from them?
Yes.
I mean, this is a veteran team for the most part. I mean,
playoff tested, battle tested. Almost every single guy on that roster has been in the Stanley Cup playoffs. You know, so
veteran group in Vegas.
Yeah,
it is
veteran group.
So this coach, I was wrong. I'll say it now. I didn't think this would be a great move. Tara was out in front. I thought that his style, he'd been blown out of so many coaching jobs, and I just didn't think it would work. But obviously, he is squeezing every last ounce of talent out of this team. So
the other key thing for me last night, and probably, Terry, you guys watch more hockey probably than even I do. It's a newer sport for me that I've fallen in love with since the Knights, were Vegas born. But the penalty kill was tremendous last night. And when you're down a guy, you got to be uber focused. And everybody's got to do your job plus a little bit more for somebody else, not on the ice. And I thought that the Knights were really good on the PK last night.
They were. Yep. And that is a huge part of the game, too. If you can't kill penalties, you're going to struggle. Yeah. You're not going to win very many games. So that is a huge part of it.
Yep. Yeah. Seventh 4-point game of the season for Jack Eichel because he had a bunch of assists. That ties Mark Stone for the most in franchise history.
Nice. That's nice.
So with his fourth 4-point game of the season, Chandler Stevenson did 3, Stone did it 3 times, and then a fourth. Eichel, not surprised that he would have that statistic.
Oh, man.
There's a guy that I like. It's really I've started to like is Anderson for the Knights. He's got a little swagger to him.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
I like him. Yeah.
He'll pinch you down the walls. His gaps are good. Him and Hannafin, I think, are working well together on that same line. I feel like Anderson's got some confidence, and maybe Torts is exuding some confidence into him.
Yeah.
So that's maybe a guy to keep an eye on. That I watched him closely last night, and I was impressed with the way he played.
And he had a goal last night, too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I think I actually have that goal.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. We got it?
We do have that.
Awesome. Yeah, here's another one from last night. 3-1 makes it 4-1 after this goal by Rasmus Anderson.
For the 5th year in a row, that would span Pete DeBoer, Bruce Cassidy, and now late this season, John Tortorella. He spent far too much time in the box tonight. Stone zips it across. Anderson just hopping on. Score!
Right off the bench and into the back of the net.
Yeah.
I like that.
Get on the ice and go score.
Every game, you got every guy playing your best. It's playoff hockey time, and it felt like a playoff game last night. And like I said, Hellebuck was locked in the first, but they finally got to him in that penalty-riddled second. Now, as of last night, all 16 playoff teams have been confirmed, with Philadelphia clinching in the East.
Yep.
Later on in the West last night, the Kings clinched in the West. With the Oilers falling in a shootout to Colorado, now the Golden Knights are complete control of their destiny. They have no worse than second in the Pacific.
Right.
Okay? Because they got a lead right now.
Yeah.
So if they beat the Kraken, they're going to win the Pacific. If not, if they can get it to overtime there, they still could get it, depending on the results of the other games. Then that's still in doubt. But they control their own destiny, which is huge, which it didn't feel like the Knights 3 weeks ago, we're going to be in a position to do that. They were reeling. You were kind of asking them what's wrong. This team's got too much talent. They're under, performing.
Yeah.
And then they made that coaching change.
Sure. All things that were said. And now, look at them now.
I mean, the 3-2 win against the Avalanche was big the other night.
That was
huge.
I mean, when you go to Colorado with their record and Nathan McKinnon and that lineup, and you find a way to get a 3-0 win, that feels like you're ready for playoff hockey to me. And then you follow it up with a 6-2 win at home. Knights are rolling right now, to say the least.
Right. And that's got to give you some confidence, too, going into the playoffs, because most likely the road to the Stanley Cup is going to go through Colorado.
Yeah.
And so to know that you can go to their home turf and still beat them, that's going to give you some confidence going into the playoffs as well.
I would agree with that. I think beating a team as good as the President's Trophy winners, a team that's top to bottom, probably the most talented team we've seen in hockey in a few years, This is a monumentous win on the road, and they've continued to keep the ball rolling. I mean, win 6-2 last night. I think this team is dialed in, and then all it took was a coaching change.
All right, so in the West, the Avalanche, the Stars, the Wild, the Knights, the Oilers, the Ducks, the Kings, and the Utah Mammoth. Those are your playoff teams.
Utah.
Fun to hear the Knights and the Mammoth mentioned there. In the East, it's the Flyers, the Sabres, the Canadians, Tampa Bay, Carolina, Pittsburgh, Boston, and Ottawa. Those are your playoff teams that are locked in to the postseason. It'll be one of those teams I just mentioned drinking a nice cold one out of Lord Stanley's cup in about 2 months.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh, hockey playoffs. It'll crank it up a notch. We do have the play-in NBA games tonight. We'll get to that in a little bit. I want to come back with some over-unders. Paulie, Tara, and I, we're going to tell you where the draft line is set at, and if we think this specific player will be drafted over that spot or under that spot. We are 9 days away from the first round of the NFL draft, and we'll hit on some of the bigger names that should be going in the first round today, and then maybe a longer shot guy or two as well. So getting you ready for the draft. We're going to be talking a lot of draft for the next couple weeks. Opening rant and recap of the Knights win last night, brought to you by our friends at Coral Canyon Golf Course. Get out and play. It is fantastic. They're already hitting tee shots. Those first tee times are going right now. Get your tee times locked in, coralcanyongolf.com, or call the pro shop. See what tee times they got available. Plan ahead. Busy this time of year. Peak season. Weather great. 435-688-1700. Coral Canyon Golf Course. It's fantastic. Back in a flash. Off and running on a Tuesday on the drive. Oh, yeah, we are back, everybody. Thanks for sticking through the break on 99.5 or 95.3 in St. George, 93.1 in Cedar City. We've got you up there in Parowan, 1400 AM. HD3 99.9 if you got one of those nice newer rigs with the HD tuners in your car like Paulie has. You can just put it on 99.9. The only one, my old truck had the HD stations. My newer truck doesn't, actually. But I noticed when I get in my wife's car, she's got the HD 99.9 HD
plugged in
3, and she listens to the fan in HD.
I like that.
A little better quality. Nothing but the best for Mrs.
Only
Dixon.
the best for Rob.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Devin, Tara, Paulie, glad you're with the show today. Brought to you by our friends at One Health. One Health, quick shout out to One Health in St. George. They got a new doctor, Dr. Carl Turner, not too long ago, board certified, decade of experience. He'll see anyone, your whole family, newborns, kids, women, and even grandpa. Truly family medicine. One Health, St. George. Go check them out if you're in need for a new family doctor. Let's get into some NFL chatter here. And I'm excited about this segment, over-unders. That means we're getting close to the NFL draft. And it wasn't too long ago the draft was in Vegas, and it will be coming back to Las Vegas. Yes. And we were there, Paulie, for the draft in Vegas.
That's right. It was a great experience.
It was so much fun.
It was.
Watching you scale a fence to see Weezer was the highlight of the trip.
You didn't see that. No one saw that but our good friend.
We think you bribed
verify.
We think you bribed the security guard and he let you through because I couldn't. That fence was 10 feet high.
It was pretty high.
Yeah.
You know? But I got ups, baby. I got ups.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Don't tell anybody about Paulie and the fence.
He got caught in the fence, and the security guard was like, dude, I'm embarrassed for you. I'm just going to let you in.
Let me help you
I'll
down.
help you down. I'll let you in.
That's right. Gave me a ladder and everything.
Well, it was a free concert, so everybody was already in. We were just trying to get to a different spot.
That's
Backstage.
right. Better spot.
Yeah. Backstage.
Yeah, better spot.
Paulie wanted to hang with the band.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
All right, let's get to it. TA's got some names and some numbers. These are draft prospects.
Yes.
And then we've kind of scoured all the sports sites out there, and we've got an over/under set. Paulie and I will have to decipher if it's a guy we think his stock could rise. He could get taken before that or maybe even after that. We'll kind of break it down for you. It's a little creative way to talk NFL draft for you here on the Fan Sports Network.
All right, let's start with Caleb Downs, the safety from Ohio State. Over or under 9.5?
I think there's some serious hype around Caleb Downs.
There is, yeah.
And this is a position when you're talking about stars that you want to take early, right? When you've got guys that are a safety of his caliber, he's kind of that lay the wood, 210-pound safety, about 6 foot, moves really well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I 9.5 to me is tight.
Yeah.
Just really tight. I kind of think I'll go slightly over because I'm looking at Cincinnati at 10, and we know what Cincinnati has done in drafts with a lot of offensive weapons, receivers for Burrows. I think they need a dude like this on the defensive side of the ball. So my guess he's going to be slightly over 9.5 and go probably at pick 10.
Okay. I'm going to go over as well here, mainly because there is something dangerous here for Caleb Downs, and that is a potentially degenerative ACL. His medicals came back pre-draft. The case is similar to Todd Gurley, whose career was cut short because of degenerative ACL problems. So I worry that his medicals will drop him, but he has the talent of a top 5 pick. But I think he's going to be much like some guys that fall with just some shaky medical stuff. So I'm going to go
under. It's a big investment.
Yeah.
It's a big investment. These teams will do their due diligence, and you could be spot on that. And you hate to hear that.
Yeah,
Right.
It is tough for a prospect.
Now, he's still getting drafted in the first round.
Will Johnson, the corner from Michigan last year, went to the Cardinals late, and he was a top 10 pick before the medicals. So I feel like the same thing is happening to Downs.
Somebody's going to take a stab at him, and it's going to be in the first round.
Yeah.
And you're hoping you can get him through that first rookie contract.
That's right.
And then you're hoping he earns a second contract and he can maybe, I mean, the average NFL career is about 3.2 years long.
That's right. NFL not for long.
No,
so,
but if you could get him in the NFL and he could play for 8 seasons at this point, he'd make a lot of money and be very productive. And I think Caleb Downs would take that at this point in time. And any team that drafted him would take him for that long.
That's right. What do you think?
With the degenerative ACL, I think he's going to go over the 9.5. I would think maybe 10 or something because teams they just don't want to invest on that right now.
That's right.
A lot of teams need defensive help. I mean, Chiefs at 9, they could use some help defensively. Bengals at 10, Dolphins need everything right now. They pick 11th. Yeah. Cowboys could go defense at 12. We'll see what the Rams do at 13, Baltimore at 14.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of teams right there that could be looking defense. This is a star-studded defensive draft. There's receivers, talent in the first round, and there's a bunch of edge rushers and defensive backs that are really talented in this first round, I feel like.
That's right. I think it's going to be really interesting to see where Downs goes because he's a very solid prospect.
So surprisingly, we all agree over the 9.5.
Over the 9.5.
Yeah.
We're all in unity.
All right, the Buckeye safety. All right, next player. Who are we going to next?
Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame, over under 5.5.
Wow.
I will go.
I'm going to go under here. I think he goes top 5.
I will go under 2 because I think Tony Pollard is aging and Tennessee is sitting there at 4. And if Mendoza is the surefire one, which everybody thinks he is, Raiders have made that pretty much obvious at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
The Jets and Cardinals, if they go with the 2 top edge rushers, that leaves Love sitting there for Tennessee at 4.
That's right. You kind of see it panning out like Bailey, Reese, and then the next pick is where I feel Love goes. I kind of agree with you. I think
unless there's some receiver that a team like Tennessee thinks is worthy of the number 4 pick.
I'm worried
because there is a running back that's worthy of this pick.
We'll get to that receiver that's projected top 10, but there is only one name of the receiver core of this draft prospects that is really being talked about as a top 10 pick.
I think the intrigue here for me is you got a young quarterback in Cam Ward, and Jeremiah Love can be a great receiver out of the backfield as well. We saw that a lot at Notre Dame. So I actually love this pick for Tennessee. If I'm a Tennessee Titan fan, I want them to take Love at number 4.
Okay, I'm going under the 5.5 as well. I think the Titans probably take him, or I wouldn't rule out the Giants at 5. I know they have Scadaboo. I know he's coming back from injury, and think about how you can help a young quarterback, add a dynamic receiver or running back to your stable of weapons. So I think the Giants are not off the table at 5. So I think 4 or 5.
You know how else you help them? You draft an offensive lineman.
Yeah,
exactly.
That'll help your quarterback and your running back and your receivers.
Right.
Yeah, and so I'm not sure if the Giants will or not, but if he's there, that will be really tempting for the Giants. I get it.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling he's gone at 4. I think
this is a Zeke, this is a Saquon, this is a Bijan Robinson. This is a guy worthy of being drafted in the top 10.
6 foot, 214 pounds, great burst, tough to bring down, good moves, good skill set. 1,372 yards. He averaged almost 7 yards a carry at Notre Dame. The 280 out of the backfield, 21 total touchdowns.
Yeah,
last year.
He is a menace as far as like in the open field. I got a video of him last year. This is against Indiana. And no, this is 2 years ago in the college football playoff first round. This is his speed in the open field. I don't know that people know how fast Jeremiah Love really is, but this is him on a 98-yard run against one of the best defenses in the country 2 years ago. And you tell me if this guy has NFL speed. Just watch this video for the viewers, for the listeners. This is his speed personified in one play.
So each team has thrown a pick. Riley Leonard and the Irish from their own 2. Jeremiah Love breaks free. Jeremiah Love trying to go 98.
He's running away from the corners. Yeah, he's running away from secondary players.
He has spent time on his form. He looks like he could be a track star.
Yeah.
So his official 40 time at the combine was 4.36.
Crazy. For someone that big.
One of the highlights. I mean, that's elite speed for a running back. At 6 foot, 214 pounds, you're running a 4.36.
That's moving.
That was the second fastest time among running backs in a historically fast running back class this year.
Yes.
So, and he was the second fastest at the combine.
All right, so we're both on the under 5.5. Tara, where do you lie on this one?
I'm under as well.
You're under.
Yeah.
We all agree. Look at this. Look at this.
You know what?
script.
Do you remember what Love said? He was disappointed at his 40 time at this. That's what I love too. He said, I've ran a lot of 4.2s. I should have ran a 4.2.
Wow, yeah.
So he's kind of a perfectionist, which I think I like a lot out of a running back in the National Football League.
like
the
it
attention
too.
to detail. He really had his goal set on a 4.2, and he just missed that time with the 4.36.
Dang it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, where are we going next? Over-unders NFL draft 9 days away.
All right, how about Reuben Bain, the edge rusher from Miami?
Wow.
Yeah.
So glad you bring him up,
Right,
because that was one of the things that we were probably going to talk about today anyway, because that's the last 24 hours in sports. I believe there's been a lot of people, and you probably heard about, he was the guy behind the wheel in 2024 where he hit a cement barrier, bounced off it, hit another one, and a passenger in the car that he was driving was in a coma for 3 months and later passed away.
Yes.
He was cited for reckless driving, but then it was later dismissed, I think about 2 weeks before the young lady at 22 years old passed away at the hospital down there in the Miami area.
Yeah.
So this is obviously
Tragic.
a thing that's going to be hanging over Reuben Bain's head forever.
Yeah.
You know, obviously there's got to be a level of hurt and guilt and sorrow and all the emotions that come with, you know, what could I have done different? What could I have done better? How did this happen to me? Like all those things that, you know, we go through your mind when a tragedy has this. The family of the deceased is kind of throwing that out there. NFL teams know about this.
Yeah.
What I'm curious to know is, how did the interviews go with him, and how
Stuff we
was he
won't
talkative
know.
about it? Was he guarded about it? That's how teams will analyze this situation. Paulie, you said pre-show you thought, man, this could be like Larry Tunsil.
Laramie Tunsil,
Laramie Tunsil, where
Yes.
he falls with the gas mask. It was posted right before the draft, taking his hippie lettuce rips, and
That's right.
and it went viral.
It
and
did.
Not a good look for him.
Like, I think it was leaked like kind of simultaneously as the draft began.
Yeah,
So
and teams were reacting on the fly,
Yes.
and he fell from a top pick.
top 3, top 5,
All the way to
13.
13.
A lot of money lost for Laramie Tunsil. So, I think Bain will fall. What was his over-under again, Tara?
8.5.
8.5. I'm going to go over the 8.5. I think he goes to the Cowboys at 12. I think the Cowboys, with all their interest in Max Crosby this offseason, they've never been shy to take on a guy with less than desirable character. Pac-Man Jones, Tank Johnson, Greg Hardy, to name a few. Jerry Jones has always taken a chance on guys with less than reputable character. I'm not saying Bain's got terrible character.
I was going to say, I wouldn't put that on Bain.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's obviously
He was in one, like in a car accident.
Two
Two.
car
Well,
accidents. Yeah.
Yeah.
how
They
many
did-
accidents have you been in, Paul?
It should be noted
One or a
there was
few.
no
A few, yeah.
there was no field sobriety test done. He was just simply cited, so there was no inclination. The officers thought that he was maybe under the influence, so they didn't do a field sobriety test, is my guess. So we don't know what the facts of the matter are, other than what the law report says. The incident report, I guess, if you will.
Well, I'm going over. What do you think?
I think Bain could go as high as 9 to the Chiefs,
Okay, so that's over.
but I'm going to go over as well.
Okay.
I was looking at the Chiefs. They really haven't done a good job getting Breland Speaks, Felix Anaduke, Uzoma. Those were some of their picks when they were trying to land an edge rusher like a Reuben Bain, who's powerful, 6'2", 263 out of the U. I mean, obviously, if he goes to the Chiefs, the off-field concerns have to be vetted out. But he's a game changer on the field.
He is.
But I still would go slightly over.
Okay,
Because
Tara?
if there is concerns that continue to linger, he could drop even further down the board.
Yeah, that's right. Tara?
I think I would like to go under because I do like Bain, and I don't think he's a problem off the field. He had, a couple of car accidents, but I don't think he's, it's not like it was drugs or anything like that. There's been no reports of him being a partier or doing crazy stuff, other than he's been in, unfortunately, a bad accident.
Yeah.
But and he does have his shorter arms. Yeah, that's a little bit of a concern as well. But I think he's a great player. So I'm actually going to go under.
Okay,
I could see him going before 9. Yeah.
All right, she breaks the mold. We all stayed the same on the first two, but Tara says under for Ruben Bain. Let's go to the next one.
Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon.
This is an interesting one.
Yes, tight end pick, over under 15.5.
Oh, okay.
I am going under.
Okay.
I am going under because I don't think he goes. I think there's too much intrigue. I think the tight end position is changing. A lot of teams.
Not a lot of them.
There's not.
Draft,
I mean, Kittle's is aging. Obviously, Kelsey is aging. We know about Trey McBride and how they used him and how good his skill set is. But this Sadiq guy is 6'3", 241 and can move.
Yeah.
And they had last year's draft. You think about impact tight ends that were drafted in the first round last year. Warren for the Colts, Loveland for the Bears.
Both had decent seasons. Great seasons.
So I would not worry about drafting a tight end high. I think this is a great athlete, 6'3", 240, like you say. I mean, arm length is huge. His hands are massive. Ran a good 40 time. Had an 80 overall or 99 overall RAS score, which is the relative athletic score. So he's a freak athlete. I like Sadiq going before 15. I'm going to go under.
If the Rams don't go receiver, they could go tight end at 13.
I think the Chiefs
Baltimore at 14. Put him with Lamar Jackson. I mean, ooh.
Yeah, they just let the guy from Coastal go. I forget his name.
Wide receiver?
No, tight end.
Oh, the tight end, yeah.
Mark Andrews, and then the other one for the Ravens. They just let him go via free agency. I forget his name. It's killing me. But they could use another tight end to replace him.
Are you talking about the tall?
Yeah, Coastal Carolina tight end from the Ravens. I think that.
I know Mark Andrews. I'm trying to think of the other tight end's name.
But he's gone now. He's on the Giants.
Isaiah Likely?
Likely.
Are you thinking of Isaiah Likely?
Isaiah Likely. He was their pass-catching tight end. So I think that they could take a tight end here, and Sadiq would be great for him. So I think that that's a possibility as well. So I'm going under. I'm making my stand. Sounds like you're under too, Tara.
I'd say under.
He could be a detached tight end, so you can split him out. He can attach to the line. He can block downfield. He's got a jetpack for a tight end at 6'3", 241.
Yeah.
The numbers aren't eye-popping at Oregon. 51 catches, 560 yards, 8 touchdowns.
A lot of good players at Oregon on offense, though, so it's kind of hard to divvy up the targets and all that stuff. In the NFL, you just look at the raw prospect that he is. I think he's going to translate really well. So let's go to the next one.
All right, let's go. Ty Simpson, the quarterback from Alabama. Under or over 24.5?
I will go under.
Oh.
I will go under because I think somebody's going to pop in there and take that second quarterback off the board. And for a long time, I thought it might be Nussmeier or somebody else, but now it looks like it's Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
And Mike McCarthy is sitting there at 21, and maybe he's thinking with the Steelers he can develop a quarterback that Tomlin never could after Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett was a failed attempt by Tomlin, of course. We were at that draft where he was taken.
And regardless
18th.
of Rodgers coming back for one more season or not, Steelers could go with Ty Simpson here, let him learn a season, and then hand over the reins after a year. And at 21, you don't mind doing that. Where at 1, you don't necessarily want to do that. I mean, that's a whole other topic we've been into before with the Raiders and Mendoza and the Kirk Cousins signing. So I'm going to go under here.
All right, under for you.
30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 3,567 yards.
I'm going to go over. I think he's another Mac Jones potentially. Just an Alabama quarterback that had amazing skill players around him, amazing running game, great offensive line. A.J. McCarron, Tua, like all these Alabama quarterbacks. Name the last great Alabama quarterback.
Greg McElroy.
Greg McElroy, yeah. He's got a hot girlfriend, but I don't know if he's that good at football. So
I mean, we know what happened to Tua this offseason.
Yes, Tua, McCarron, McElroy. So many names of Alabama and Nick Saban guys that were great in college. Mac Jones, of course, that I referenced first, but
by the way,
I think
Mac Jones had a really good year
in San Francisco
in spot duty when your boy from down in Arizona was hurt.
I get you. I mean, he's trying to have a resurgence, a la your boy Sam Darnold.
I was so impressed with Mac Jones this last year. Like,
but
he
were you
played
impressed
his
with him
tail
years
off.
1 through 4?
Everybody blooms at their own time.
All right.
It's like a desert rose.
You're taking a guy 21 though.
We're still waiting for Paulie to bloom.
I don't think it's fair to. I mean, it's fair to look at Alabama quarterbacks because he's an Alabama quarterback, but. I mean, everybody writes their own script, and I don't know Ty Simpson. And I know that Pittsburgh needs a quarterback. So I'm just drawing a conclusion that he might be worth the gamble at 21.
All right.
I'm
going to go over. You're going to go
Pittsburgh.
under.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to go under too?
Yeah.
All right.
Like you said,
that.
Pittsburgh needs one, so I
mean,
can see that.
If he doesn't get taken by Pittsburgh, and if Cleveland drafts another quarterback at 24,
I don't think so.
I will laugh my tail all the way to the fantasy football room, and I will make another oath that I will never draft a Cleveland Brown player on fantasy football again.
Ever again.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good idea.
Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap up. We got one more or two more.
Let's go with Sonny Styles, the Ohio State linebacker, over or under 5.5.
All right. I'm going to go over here, and I think that the Commanders may be eyeing him at 7. I think they need a Bobby Wagner replacement. This is the best athlete in the draft.
Doesn't Bobby have 1 year left?
He's unsigned.
Oh, he's
right
an
now.
unrestricted
He's a
free
agent. They haven't brought him back yet. So I think if
he won't get picked up till post-draft.
It's really telling about the Commanders. If they draft a receiver, they're moving on from Terry after this year. And if they draft Styles, they're clearly moving on from Bobby. So the draft is big for us. And I think that this year, I think they will take a linebacker, Sonny Styles, at 7. So I'm going to go over. I think he falls a little bit here. I loved his production. He led the team in tackles. He's an athletic freak. He gets sideline to sideline. But at the same time, drafting a linebacker top 5 that doesn't edge rush very often, like Arvell Reese, I think more.
I was going to say, let's throw in Arvell Reese in there too, just since we're trying to wrap it up, because he is a great hybrid linebacker edge rusher.
And what's his over?
Probably 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
So
does he go to 2 to the Jets or does he go 3 to the Cardinals?
Yeah, that's the hard one. I think that the Jets like Bailey. But it's hard
Texas Tech.
But it's hard to tell if they'll go Reese. I mean, I think that one I'm kind of undecided on.
Aaron Glenn needs a pass rusher now. There's no question.
Mm-hmm.
None better than David Bailey.
Yeah, Arvell Reese is a hybrid linebacker, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he
and
can
he's
drop.
good. Yeah,
he can drop.
Can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Reese probably goes 2. If I were going to go over under 2.5, I think that it's Bailey or Reese, but I think that Ohio State's got so much steam in this year's draft with 4 top 10 prospects.
Where are the linemen going to go? Where is Caden Proctor going to go?
Or Francis Mauga. And Spencer Fano from Utah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
He's projected top 15, so we'll see. I mean, I would love to see an offensive lineman come off the board in the top 7.
Yeah.
I would love that.
A lot more names we could get to. Maybe we'll circle back to a similar segment tomorrow on the show because the draft is coming. Didn't even talk about Cooper or Spencer Fano. There's actually 2 Utah Utes that could go in the first round. Caleb Lomu being the other one. That could go later in the first round.
Absolutely.
So lot to talk about. Do need to get to a timeout. Cruising through the show today brought to you by Game Day Men's Health. Game Day Men's Health. They've got some great incentives for you this month. One, you can get your free testosterone test if you're a man over 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I mean, you've never had your T levels tested. You need to know what your T levels are. The natural testosterone in your body goes down the older you get, and help is there for energy to hit the gym, for fuel to hit the bedroom, whatever the case might be. TRT is a big thing nowadays, and Game Day Men's Health standing by to help guys out there look and feel their best. And right now, they're doing a free vitamin shot with any consultation. So if you go in and get a consult and get a free T-test, they'll give you a free vitamin shot just for making that consult at Game Day Men's Health. If you sign up with Game Day, they're going to give you a whole month of vitamin shots for free, and you can choose which one. They got 4 or 5 different ones that you can choose from, the glutathione, the V12, whatever you want, and they'll recommend and you can ask questions. So what you want to do is pick up the phone and call our friends at Game Day Men's Health, standing by, helping you look and feel your best. Paulie, Game Day Men's Health.
Reclaim your game.
Thank you very much. The number to text or call, love that they have the text option. You can text them, hey, was listening to the Fan Sports Network, want to book an appointment for my free T-test and free vitamin shot. 435-265-4223. They're not opened up just yet this morning, but you can send that text when they get in. They'll get back to you. 435-265-4223. We'll be right back. Oh, we are back, baby. Oh, yeah, it is a Tuesday. Good to be with you here on the Fan Sports Network. We are ready to rock and roll. Only got about 5 or 6 minutes before we get to top of the hour, segue into hour 2. Got a big hour 2 coming up for you. But I wanted to talk about these 2 big games we're going to be broadcasting tonight. Don't have as much time as I want to maybe preview them in depth and give some of these broadcasts, all of our attention, but do have time to kind of tee it up here and let everybody know so you can make plans to join us tonight. Yeah. We will be going 2 wide from Desert Hills High School tonight because we are doing a softball game.
Yes.
Yeah.
The 21-2 Desert Hills Thunder.
Number 1.
9-0 in region.
have been so close to a state championship. They've had an these seniors for Desert Hills with Riley Green and Lulu West and all the talent on this team. They have had an unbelievable prep career. We know Riley and Lulu package deal going to the University of UConn. We have our UConn Husky mini flag in the studio. Compliments of Lulu and Riley.
Riley.
I think it was Riley that sent that in.
That gave it. Yeah.
So shout out to Riley. Lulu, you snooze, you lose. You don't get a shout out.
Right? Yeah.
But Lulu's trying to set the record tonight.
Yes.
The all-time wins record in the state of Utah in softball as a pitcher.
It's pretty insane.
And it happens to be, she got 2 wins last week to tie the record. And so with the win tonight on senior night, of all things, as the seniors are getting honored tonight, a chance to break the record, it just looks like meant to be, doesn't it?
It does. And Terra Tech's would be a crazy record that this senior class has. I mean, one of the greatest, most decorated senior classes of all time. And on senior night, going for their, 48th? Or 47th win?
No, from their freshman year until the end of the season. So if they win out in region through this season, 3 more games, region games tonight, and then 2 more, their record will be 47-1.
Wow, 47 if they win out. Okay, I thought it was one of those numbers, but I was wrong.
The only team they have lost to is Snow Canyon.
And they have 2, 4, 5 games remaining and only 3 in region.
Yeah, so 3 more region games.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Okay.
So the pitching record, I'm looking at the UHSAA, and you just love stuff like this. And you look at consecutive wins, you look wins in a season, you can look at wins career. The career wins is 74. She's at 74.
Yeah.
So she's going for 75 tonight.
Incredible.
Which would break a record of Cambry Hazel, who played at Spanish Fork from 2014 to 2017. So pretty cool. For Lulu West, pretty cool. They have been so close to the ultimate prize, the state championship.
Yeah,
lost in a heartbreaking Game 3 scenario last year.
Yes,
had a chance, multiple chances, just couldn't get that one big key hit. But this senior class, I mean, they've had goal on their mind to get back there, and they're just cruising right now through region play.
Yeah.
And so with 2 wins last week, she's tied for the record. Tonight is senior night. We will have that game for you. Paul and Tara will be on the broadcast. We will have the live stream going on our YouTube page. Make sure and subscribe. And you can even set an alert to remind you when we go on the air tonight. Now, I'll be right across the way from you guys.
Yeah. You'll have to bring us some hot dogs.
Because we do have Dixie at Desert Hills tonight. And looking forward to the rematch. Desert Hills got them pretty good last Friday.
Yes.
Kind of boat raced them, and Dixie kind of reeling a little bit right now. And this is a big one tonight to try to split this series. And Desert Hills trying to, get rolling again after, I would say, a really tough schedule in region play to start the season. Early matchups there with Dixie. Had Snow Canyon last week. Had Crimson already. There's been some big games. We'll see what happens in that one. So we'll also be streaming that one tonight, and we'll have the baseball game on the simulcast on the radio. If you want the softball game, either go there in person or you can watch it on the live stream.
Yeah.
Those will be for your viewing enjoyment. 2 wide tonight, all presented by Boulevard Home.
I like it when you say 2 wide, buddy.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody's working tonight on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, that's right.
Weather permitting. Now, there's a little rain that's supposed to, but it's supposed to lift this afternoon.
Oh, let's hope. Yeah.
And so I'm hoping we don't have pop-ups and we don't have to have umbrellas and the cameras. I mean, if there is weather delays, that could throw a wrench in our plans tonight. But it looks like it should clear. Paul, you're kind of the resident meteorologist.
Yes,
and so I think we're going to be good. In fact, it says partly cloudy till about 3, and that's it. So I think we're going to be good for some softball, baseball, double dip tonight on the Fan Sports Network. Hour 1 of the books, hour 2 coming up when we come back. Hey, everybody, welcome back. It is The Drive on the Fan Sports Network at The Fan SN on Insta, TikTok, Facebook, all of our socials. Just look us up. Make sure and subscribe. If you want to watch the show, we're streaming it every day. We've got some headlines. Let's get to what's trending. And it is brought to you by our friends at Soda Diet and Nutrition. Right now, spring special. If you want to let go of a few pounds, I've been doing the program for over a week now. Lost 3 pounds in the first week. They say guys should lose 3 to 5. I'm spot on that. I'm going to go for 3 more this week. And look, you can spend a bunch of money trying to lose weight. Subscriptions, medications, programs, quick fixes. Soda is state of the art. It's an investment that ends. They teach you how to eat the right way, actual food. No shots, no pills, but the results won't end. You learn eating habits, and summer is coming. Show up confident this summer. Hopefully break the cycle where you've tried the gimmicks and you now want to go to real food. Real food. The no pain, no gain thing just does not work anymore. And you can go read what people are saying about soda weight loss. Over 9,000 reviews. Kian says, I love this program. Everything is easy to follow. The nutritionist that I worked with was so encouraging and helpful anytime I had questions. I can attest to that. I said, what kind of salad dressing should I use? They sent me a list. I said, hey, I like an energy drink once in a while. Which ones can I have? Found out which ones I can have. And they'll send you like a screenshot with the approved stuff that you can actually have that's still good for you and healthy and won't slow down your weight loss journey. Very professional, whole team of nutritionists, weekly calls. There's real accountability. It's what I love is it's structured meals and it's simple. I know when to eat and how much to eat, and I don't have to track everything. And what we're doing is basically a metabolic reset, helping your body burn fat again. Resetting your relationship with food. You'll feel lighter and faster, like all these NFL draft picks that are going to get their name called in the first round next Thursday. Right now, spring special, like I said, join now. Your partner joins for free. That's 2 for the price of 1. Soda weight loss. Now, Soda Diet and Nutrition. Check out the website, sodadietandnutrition.com. SOTA, Soda Diet and Nutrition.com. And of course, you could always call. People still like to use the old telly. Paulie still calls mom once a day. Yes. 866-800-SODA. 866-800-SOTA. Let's get to what's trending and our headlines. Mentioned it moments ago if you've been with us, but if you're just jumping in your car heading out for your Tuesday morning high school double dip tonight, Paulie likes it when I say we're going too wide.
I like the too wide talk.
Softball tonight. It is Desert Hills, Lulu West in the circle going for the state record most career wins.
Yes.
If she wins tonight, it'll be her 75th. It's senior night. So Tara and Paul are going to be doing the softball game tonight. Who are they playing? Cedar?
Crimson.
Or Crimson.
Yes.
And
second in the region at 5-3.
And then the baseball game tonight, across the way from the softball field, right next door, is where you'll find me and Caden, and we will have Dixie at Desert Hills.
Yes.
And so those will be our 2 Boulevard Home broadcasts tonight. Also, Caden and Paulie doing a game tomorrow night, too. So we got another baseball coming away tomorrow night. Paul, I can't see the schedule back over there, but what do we got? Is that is it Crimson?
What is that? That'll be the 15th.
Yeah.
Pineview at Snow Canyon.
Pineview at Snow Canyon. Ooh,
yes.
That's going to be a juicy one.
That will be.
It'll be a good one.
I haven't seen Pineview yet, so that'll be interesting.
Pineview will play today at 3 o'clock up in Cedar City, trying to get revenge. They lost 10-7 last Friday night. TA and I were over there for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valiant effort. Poe Campbell goes grand slam to cut it to 10-7, but they ran out of outs there late. But Pineview was trying to rally after it looked like it might be a 10-run mercy rule for a minute.
Exactly. Yeah. It was a good game.
And then Pineview made things at least interesting with that grand salami. So that'll be coming up tonight. And then also that other game tonight, what is that? Hurricane. in action against Crimson. You do have boys soccer going down tonight. Crimson at Snow Canyon. That'll be intriguing. Cedar is at Hurricane, and Desert Hills will be over at Pineview. I think all the boys and girls lacrosse goes tomorrow. So, but you do have boys soccer, softball, baseball all going tonight. So it's going to be a busy night in prep sports. Headline number 2, they're going to be a big game at the Yard tonight at the Bruce down at the Hearst Field. UNLV coming in to take on Utah Tech. Now, remember what happened last Tuesday. The Runnin' Utes ran away scared from coming down I-15, and they canceled their game.
I like that.
Against little old Utah Tech.
Yeah.
Runnin' Utes? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What, did you ever think that in 2026 the Utah Utes baseball team would cancel an in-state game? Come on.
Yeah.
That didn't
interesting.
That didn't sit well with me last week.
Oh,
if you remember, I was letting them have it, and I'm
Yes.
sure they had to pay some kind of a fine or a buyout or what. And
it's interesting how that worked out.
Utah Utes baseball ducking Coach Fate and the Trailblazers.
Yes.
They're scared.
Tip of the cap.
Running scared,
Tip
as
of the
they
cap.
say. Yeah.
So, but tonight, UNLV will be coming up the I-15 corridor, and Utah Tech beat them down in Vegas a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So this is a little grudge match. It was their first win against UNLV in 8 tries. And can they sweep them on the season home and home? We'll see tonight. They'll be at home tonight.
Yeah. And it'll be on ESPN Plus as well.
Yep.
Nice.
Zippy will have the call on ESPN Plus, or you can get down to the Yard and watch it. We'll be doing the softball and the high school games, but we'll have some Flynn Company's Region 9 updates. So a lot of baseball tonight, softball tonight. All the ballparks going to be busy with people. Hot dogs are going to be getting grilled. Burgers on the grill.
That's right.
Should be a good night. And it's not going to be that hot.
No, not that hot.
Temperatures, by the time they get to the first pitch this afternoon, early evening, going to be really, really nice. Going to be about 65 to 66 degrees by about 7 o'clock tonight. So it should be a really nice night to be out at the Yard.
Yeah, it'll be a great night to be out there. And I got to get back out there. I went to one game this year. I think I need to get to at least 3, 4, 5 maybe, because it's a great environment out there at the Bruce.
Yeah, it's fun.
Love to see it packed.
No question.
I've got an update. We kind of
What number is this?
3.
3. Thank you for your help, Tara.
Tara, why you got to bail him out? It's the same spot he messed up yesterday.
Well, I wasn't here yesterday. I don't
She
know.
missed
I
a good one.
If I would have known that, I would have let him flounder for a while.
He was hesitating.
He was.
Well, she rescued me, but the current portal, BYU, this is 18 hours ago from Ben Criddle. Current BYU basketball players in the portal: Rob Wright III, KJ Perry, Tyler Myras, Kennard Davis Jr., Abdullah Ahmed, new addition, Alexa Kostick, Dominique Diamande committed to Pitt, and Xavion Staten committed to Oregon State. Good news on the BYU recruiting front. We mentioned Colin Chandler coming over. I'm also seeing a lot of smoke that they are a front runner for UConn's 7'3" backup center, Eric Ryba. Is a name that is being talked about a lot with BYU right now. Played obviously on a really good team in UConn, but Terrace Reed was the starter, so he wasn't getting a ton of time. He has been in the portal the last week or so, and a lot of people crystal balling him to BYU.
A lot of people crystal balling Rob Wright III to his official visit at Kentucky today.
Yeah.
New rumor has it Kentucky is going to do everything they can to not let him get off campus without getting him to commit today.
That's right. They're gonna have a couple $100 handshakes on his way to the jet or something to make sure he comes back. But
Better be more than a couple.
That's right. He's gonna have a whole line of donors giving
1,000
him
people.
handshakes.
Yeah.
So,
The portal is popping right now.
it is hot.
I mean,
It's hot.
everybody's doing a little speed dating, trying to
Yeah.
see if it's a good fit. Everybody wants you. Do you want them? Vice versa. It is going to be really a headline for the next couple weeks
Yeah.
until
is.
it closes.
I mean, there's still a ton of really highly recruited guys in the portal out there. I mean, a lot of the big names haven't even committed yet. I mean, we saw Louisville reportedly spend around $9 million on
two guys.
2 guys. I mean, that is crazy.
Yeah.
2/5 of your starting roster, $9 million. Crazy.
Kind of what it takes.
Yep.
what it takes.
I mean, again, didn't have a lot of upsets, not a lot of mid-majors, no deep runs. You had the High Point, you had the Texas story, but they're not a mid-major.
Yeah.
But they were a double-digit seed. They got to the Sweet 16, beat BYU, beat Gonzaga. So we'll see.
Yeah,
a lot of the mid-major guys and a lot of the Utah Tech guys, you probably got to wait for some of the bigger names to get off the board. And I would expect here in the next couple of days, we'll start seeing more of those smaller school guys get their name called.
That's right.
In ink deals.
All right, what story are we on now, Tara? Four. Mm-hmm. All right, the WNBA draft was last night as the number 1 overall pick, Ozzie Fudd from the shooting guard from UConn, reunites, like you were saying pre-show. I didn't realize
Paige
this.
Beckers.
With her teammate from college. So that's pretty cool.
Well, they've had the number 1 pick 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
That's not really good for Paige in the season she had last year in Big D, but Ozzie Fudd by the Dallas Stars.
Yeah.
And Minnesota Lynx took the TCU guard Olivia Miles with the 2nd pick. Seattle Storm took the Spanish center Awa Pham Thiam.
Yeah.
And a pair
Favorite
of national
pick of the top 5. Who is it?
Probably one of the next 2 I'm about to read.
Yes, I got
a pair of national champs round out the top 5. UCLA's Lauren Betts and Gabrielle Jaquez.
Yes, there she is. That's my favorite.
She
of the
went
top
to the
5.
Chicago Sky.
Yeah, I'm a Sky fan now.
Helped win the title.
Yeah,
for UCLA.
Jaquez. Yeah, got good bloodlines in the family.
We've got a couple other storylines to the association. Obviously, really nothing to talk about with the Jazz wrapping up their season. They got tied for the 4th worst record in the NBA, so we don't really know where they're going to draft until the ping pong balls bounce at the lottery. But the NBA playoffs do start with the play-in games tonight. So the postseason, and it's like, pinch me, it's finally here. I mean, regular season NBA has been torturous for Jazz fans to try to watch this year.
Yeah. And
so the Heat visit the Hornets. That's in the battle in the East, and the winner will get the 76ers or the Magic. And then you've got out west the Suns dueling the Trailblazers, and that'll be for the 7th seed, and they would play Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs in the opening round. So 2 NBA play-in games tonight. Playoffs officially begin.
All right, that's fun. I'm in.
Now, Luka and the Lakers, they already know they're set up with Houston. Luka is back from Spain where he was getting treatment, but his status remains unclear. But at least he's back. Doncic is back.
Yeah.
He got back in the city on Friday after seeing doctors in Spain. So reportedly multiple injections for a grade 2 left hamstring strain. What is he doing over there? What kind of medicine is he getting? But what a year for the 27-year-old. 33.5 points through 64 games played during the regular season as an LA Laker. And yet still nobody respecting the Lakers to make a run in the postseason.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I know I didn't. So with the old LeBron and Luka being hurt and all the factors in play there. But this story number 6, 5, I'm losing track here.
You
6.
never were keeping track, were
6. No, I wasn't really keeping track. But this one's a sad story.
It's not like we're like high up there. Like this is number 37, right? Like
I'm trying to.
You still have enough fingers to count which one we're on.
I'm gonna count all my fingers now.
Story 6, go.
Yes,
Story 6. ESPN's Hall of Fame broadcaster Dick Vitale has announced he has melanoma in his lung and liver cavity and will be starting immunotherapy soon. Vitale, one of the preeminent faces of men's college basketball, has battled 4 types of cancer in the past 2 years and most recently underwent surgery in the summer of 2024 after a lymph node in his neck showed cancer. His quote, "I've beaten melanoma, I've beaten lymphoma, I've beaten vocal cord cancer, I've beaten lymph node cancer. I'm 4 for 4 and I'm fully confident I'm going to make it 5 for 5 against cancer."
Obviously, Jimmy V resonates and all the work Dick Vitale has done with the Jimmy V Foundation and
just
cancer
a great
research.
Guy. It just seems like Dick is the coolest dude.
He loves his job.
He loves hoops.
I really some people are like, he's too
annoying,
much. He loves calling basketball. And I've always kind of took a page out of that book. Like, I love talking sports. And if you love what you're doing, hopefully people love listening to you. And I think people have over the years loved listening to Dick Vitale.
Oh, he was creative.
It was cool to see him get to do a March Madness game for the first time ever.
With Chuck, yeah, that was
Charles
a cool
Barkley
little
in the play-ins.
cast. That was cool that they trotted out that lineup. That was cool for sure.
Story number 7, the Utah Mammoth will host the Jets, and the Knights beat the Jets and Hellebuck 6-2 last night down in Vegas. Now, the Jets probably took a late-night flight up to Salt Lake City. Not a long flight, but probably got in pretty late. Probably resting up and probably getting out for a morning skate here in a couple of hours. And a big one tonight for the Mammoth, who could still be wild card 1 or wild card 2. We're not sure yet.
Yes.
Will they play the Pacific winner? If they do, Knights, after the win last night, 1 point away from clinching. They've got the Seattle Kraken to wrap up the regular season.
That's right. Yep. Kraken 2-0 in their last 2 against the Knights.
Right, yeah.
So they got a chance to fall tonight, but we'll see. I mean, the Knights trending hot right now.
Good stuff. And final story locally, Real Salt Lake will be back in action this weekend. Claret and Cobalt will host San Diego FC on Saturday night. I'm actually thinking about going to this game. Because I got to go up to Salt Lake for a 3:30 soccer game in Ogden with my daughter, and they play at 6:30.
Oh,
so realistically, kind of right on the way home. So might be going up there. They're actually playing really good right now. RSL unbeaten at home, 4-1-1 on the season. So. Soccer pretty popular in the World Cup this year, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I've been looking at the schedule, kind of, half considering and toying with the idea of taking my daughter to a game. They got games in L.A., Seattle, Mexico, D.C., Boston.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's games all over the place.
Wow.
And, it's baseball season, too, so you might be able to double dip a little bit with the World Cup and your favorite baseball team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Tara would go to the L.A., and then she'd drive down to San Diego. I would probably go to Seattle because then I could watch the Mariners and a World Cup game. Good stuff. That's your top 8 at 8. Brought to you by Soda Diet and Nutrition. 3 pounds my first week, baby. Do what I'm doing. Get on Soda Weight Loss Spring Special. You join, your partner joins for free. Check out the website, sodadietandnutrition.com. Should join them for a short time to have results that last a lifetime. Quick break, and we're back. Lots to get to. We got our Dirty Dozen baseball power rankings debut when we come back on The Drive. Yeah, we are back, and it's The Drive, everybody. Good morning to you. Thank you for locking us in, loading us up here on The Fan every single weekday morning, 7 to 9 a.m., longest running and only local sports talk show in town. And it's brought to you by Zag. Get $20 off any phone repair at their 2 St. George or Cedar City. Zag just mentioned this special. You heard it right here on The Fan radio. Also, screen protectors come with a lifetime warranty and phone cases and charger packs and a great bunch of accessories. You'll find it at your nearest Zag. Don't zig, just Zag. Yeah. All right, let's debut. I mean, we had to get a little bit into the season. We're kind of busy. We're going to throw this out now because we will do this weekly in the summer when we get baseball, golf, NASCAR. We don't have our college sports as hot and heavy. We don't have any high school sports that June, July months. So those dog days and Paulie takes all his vacation time.
That's right.
But wanted to kind of at least give you a quick rundown of kind of where we see baseball's Dirty Dozen right now. Let's do it.
All right. Haven't heard this one in a while.
We haven't done it. We really didn't do it for the NBA this year.
No, we only did it for NFL.
And coming in at number 29 again for the 22nd consecutive week, the Utah Jazz. That's really compelling radio. Sorry, Jazz fans, to rub salt in the wound. Just missing. Didn't have room for a couple teams. Toronto, Baltimore, young team.
I like the O's.
Tampa Bay, maybe.
The Blue Jays played for it all, but they're only 6-9. Hard to put them in with a 6-9 record right now.
Yeah, it's not good.
And I do have also the Rangers and the Red Sox kind of right there on the fringe.
On the cuff, huh?
All right, first question of legitimacy for this power rankings. Where do the Mariners fall? Are they in the top, in the Dirty Dozen?
Yes, they are.
Oh, they are.
They
okay.
Are. Yes, only because they just swept the Astros, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they would have got swept by the Astros, there's no way, no how. But the division rivalry, and they finally got the bats going a little bit and got the brooms out.
Just wanted to check if your fanhood's still where it should be.
Yeah. Well, if you remember last year to my Dirty Dozen NFL, I was very slow to roll on the Seahawks.
Yeah.
It was. They kind of inched up and up and up, but I never really put them number one until probably about the month of December.
Yeah.
And so even though I was sky high on them, I didn't want to feel like I was homering that pick. I'm usually pretty accurate on my gut feeling on where they slot in. All right, let's get to the top 12. These are the teams that didn't make the Dirty Dozen. At number 12, I got the Texas Rangers. 9-7 record. Just sneaking in. I got them just barely over the Red Sox and the Blue Jays. I'm a little worried about the Blue Jays like I was the Mariners, but I do think the Blue Jays have too much talent. I think they'll get back on track. 11, the Bucks. I got the Pirates here.
Buccos.
Yes.
How about it?
Maybe the biggest surprise.
The Griff Dog.
They spent money in free agency. Imagine that.
A prospect, not really a free agent. Well, yeah, they did spend a little money in free agency, but they just re-upped the number one overall prospect in baseball to a 9-year, $140 million deal. Connor Griffin, before he even played an MLB game, he was signed up for $140 million.
Mariners did that with their top prospect as well last week too. So
nice.
Teams are locking these up, thinking that if he does play out, they're going to get him on the cheap. Before they blow up.
A Ronald Acuna type deal.
Yes, Yes. 9-year deals, man. That's unheard of. Could you imagine, like if Tom Brady would have got a 9-year deal in the NFL?
Job security, baby.
Yeah.
Job security.
So, Bucks at 11. Probably the biggest surprise this year, you could argue, so far.
Just hammered the Nats yesterday.
Yep. And I was like, Paulie, maybe the under there with some good pitching. You're like, no, the Nats are going to get shelled.
Our staff is terrible.
I got the Mets at 10.
Ooh,
I like you got Lindor out there.
On the Mets.
Nimmo. What's Nemo? Isn't he in Texas? Did they trade him to Texas, or is he still a Met?
It's been a long time.
I haven't watched a Met game this year, but I know they got Lindor and they've got some big boppers and there's high hopes this year.
Pete Alonso,
That's
the
true.
Orioles. That's a
true.
big blow, but still a really expensive payroll.
Yeah.
So
Tigers. After that,
Scooby. Yeah, I like the spot for them.
Then the Cubs.
Okay.
At 7.
No, I mean 8.
Or
We're at
8. 8. And then Padres, I got the Padres at 7, Tara.
Yeah.
I do like this. Yeah.
Let's go to our resident expert for the recap here. What do you think
Mason
of their early
Miller has
season?
been really good.
He has been really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't he got 105? Isn't he clocked like 105? Miller?
Yeah.
I mean, is there?
I think he did just get like one of the fastest.
Is there
pitches.
something sexy about a guy that throws a baseball 105 miles an hour?
Right?
How about this from Bob Nightingale? San Diego's Padres closer Mason Miller strikes out the side again. He has faced 24 batters and struck out 19 of them. The last reliever to win the Cy Young Award was Eric Gagne in 2003. He has a real shot. Yeah. And in the eyes of Bob Nightingale, a very reputable MLB source.
Yeah, I've been reading his stuff for years.
Yeah, great content.
Yep. So Padres at 7. 6, I got the Phillies.
Okay.
All right,
Phillies there.
I feel like this is way overdue. But is this
Sanchez,
their year?
Schwarber,
we say
Harper.
that every year.
I know.
They do.
I take joy in them losing.
They do have.
Oh, no.
Their young gun is 22 though, Justin Crawford.
Yeah.
And he's surprised and wowed early on. So if he can keep that rolling, maybe that will be the X factor. Then this year we'll actually believe it when we see it.
Yeah. Wait, can we just go back to Miller for 1 second?
Sure.
He has thrown over 35 pitches over 100 miles per hour this season, more than all other pitchers combined.
Wow.
This season.
I mean,
amazing.
If he gets to 200 strikeouts as the closer,
he's got to win the Cy Young. Yeah. He's got to be in the running.
I mean, 19 out of 24 strikeouts.
Yeah, that's
sensational.
Crazy stuff. And that was on April 10th, so he's probably had some more appearances since then.
Yeah. All right, sorry, number 5.
5, I got my Mariners.
Okay.
There they are.
There they are.
I was wondering where they'd be.
There it is.
Tough start. I mean, got 2 or 3 against the Tribe, then lost 2 or 3 against the Yankees, and then obviously struggled after that in Angels and Texas, but got things going. They're back to 8 and 9, and Cal Raleigh is the early surprise, and it's not production; it's lack of production. I mean, I knew Cal would never repeat what he did last year. He had the MVP-esque season, only to have Judge get it, but prolific home run from the catcher position. I didn't think he would hit 50 homers again, but he's got 1.
Yeah.
And Naylor has not been getting the extra base hits. Brendan Donovan, the trade with St. Louis, has been the Mariners' best offensive weapon so far. It hasn't been J-Rod, Cal, or Naylor.
Not any of the usual suspects, per se.
But I'm telling you right now, this pitching rotation is really solid.
Yeah.
And so just hang on tight. It's a long season.
Hang on tight, baby. I think that their bats are going to wake up for the Mariners, and they showed that against the Astros. They started to resurge a little bit. Astros, by the way, lost 8 in a row. Good for that fact as well.
Yeah. Number 4, I got the Brewers.
Okay.
Number 3, I got the Braves. I know they're only 10 and 7, but remember you asked me, we were doing a set piece a couple weeks ago, and you said who would give the Dodgers a go, and I said it could be the Braves. I was a little high on the Braves going into the season.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to back off them now that they're 10 and 7. They were really banged up last year. They're healthy to start this year. I think you're going to see them play well. And then clearly at the top at number 2 is the Yankees, and then the undisputed number 1 early in the season is the 12-4 Dodgers. They look like a different team compared to everybody else right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
And their payroll would say as much, as well as 2027 commitments via Fangraphs, $422 million, counting deferred money as well. So it's their active payroll. $397 million is their active 2026 payroll. So,
well, they went and pounced and took Diaz away from the Mets.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they just spent all that money and they got everybody back and added more weaponry to the arsenal, and they just look loaded for bear.
That's right.
Going for the 3-peat.
Top 5 payrolls in order: Dodgers, Mets, Yankees, Blue Jays, Phillies, and the Braves. One of your top 3 teams. So
where are the Mariners at?
Mariners
14 or 15 or something down there. I mean,
They're mid-pack, I think.
Looks like they are about 16.
Yeah.
Seems like they're right there by the Padres.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Padres a little higher at 12.
Good stuff. Good stuff. We'll be talking more baseball. That's your debut of our Dirty Dozen here on April the 14th. Got to get to a break. Lots more coming up. Big night tonight in local sports. We'll get to that. Plus some shots for the road still coming. 8:31 on a Tuesday. Keep us locked in, y'all. Back at it. Did you miss us? We missed you. We're loving a Tuesday morning talking sports with everybody here. Show today brought to you by our friends at Prime IV. Prime IV. Tara was saying, I got maybe have to take one of the kids in.
I do, yeah. My son is sick.
Yep. So
he's got a cold, and he's going to get scuba certified in Key West this weekend, so he cannot have a cold.
He can't be sick.
He's got to be able to clear his ears.
These
and do
flights
all of
are
that,
non-refundable, kid.
Exactly. So yeah, we've got to get him in and do the.
It's a joyous occasion too, isn't it? His birthday celebration.
For his birthday,
yeah.
And that's what he wanted to do for his birthday was go get scuba certified.
He's been asking to do that since he was 12. And
wow.
Poor little guy. He's the middle child, and so he kind of gets overshadowed by Andy, who gets to go to Padres games or do whatever she wants. And so finally, I'm like, this year, dude, we are taking him out, and we're doing something cool. For him.
That is awesome. I am scuba certified, believe it or not.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yes, and Tara is too.
I am. Yeah.
I didn't. I'm glad you survived it.
Yeah.
I
can take instruction, like I've told you always.
Are you still once you're certified? Yes. Are you certified for life,
baby? Lifetime.
It's gonna take a lot of weight though to get him down.
How many times have you actually scubaed since you got certified?
I've probably gone 6 to 7 times.
Really?
Yeah.
All in high school? Is this in your youth years?
Once in college, summer of my freshman year, we went to Aruba. So
I mean, I've been on a trip and thought in my head when I saw the scuba tours, I'm like, that would be cool, but I've never actually looked into getting scuba certified. I might be missing out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool what you can see. I can go up to 80 feet down. So, as far as what you can see below, and the further you go down, the vegetation, the coral, everything changes the deeper you get. So it's pretty cool to do it.
Yeah. Good stuff. If you need to get in for the Allergy Buster, get down there. They got that special. You can add it for just $69 to any of your super powerful drips, as I like to call them, at Prime IV Hydration and Wellness. Also, the Energizer Bunny add-on for the month of April, double taurine, amino blend, B12 injection, help you feel refreshed and recharged. So if you need that energy, go with the Energizer Bunny add-on. That would be great to do with like the Champion.
Yeah.
If the allergies are a mess right now, I would go with the Myers cocktail and then add the Allergy Buster to it. That's what I would recommend. I've had that's what I got was the Myers with the Allergy Buster last month when my allergies were really giving me fits. So go see our friends PrimeIVSTG.com. Tell them Devin, Tara, and Paulie told you to stop on by. Tonight, big night. Double wide coverage of high school sports. We will have eyes on Utah Tech UNLV over at the Hearst.
Yeah.
But we will be broadcasting on the live stream Desert Hills Crimson softball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Senior night for the Thunder. What a run they've had for those seniors. Lulu West going for the state record, most all-time wins as a pitcher in the record books of the UHSAA. And we'll be there for the record. Got wind of this last week. She had to get 2 wins last week to set it up to where tonight would be to break the tie. She's tied for the record right now with 74 wins, I believe it is.
Yes.
With Cambry Hazel from Spanish Fork, who set that between 2014 and 2017.
Yeah.
Didn't Cambry pitch at Utah Tech? Don't I remember that name? That sounds so familiar.
Look that up.
Cambry Hazel. I swear she had a stint for Coach Simpkins and the Utah Tech softball team. Of course, back then it might have still been Dixie State. But I could be mistaken on that as well. But that name sounds so familiar to me. Maybe I just remember talking about her when she was a star at Spanish Fork. I don't know. I don't know.
Wow.
I can't place it.
First thing that comes up when I Google
she was
Cambry Hazel earns RMAC softball pitcher of the week for the Utah Tech Trailblazers.
Okay,
I thought I remember that name.
You were right, buddy.
And Lulu, of course, unfortunately not going to stay and play in her hometown. She's already committed to the University of UConn. Her and
Stores
and her teammate Riley Green. Riley, did you tell me, Tara, she had a grand slam
She
last
had a
week?
grand slam against Snow Canyon last week, 5 RBIs, and she's actually leading the team in RBIs with 32 this season. She's had 6 home runs, 2 triples, and 8 doubles.
The thing
so
that
she's a beast at the plate.
All the athletic accomplishments I think are fantastic. But you know what I think when I think Riley Green?
She's a great human.
She's a great dancer.
Just fun loving. That contagious smile. She just looks like she loves playing the game of softball and
does.
loves life. She looks like she's one of those girls who's just friends with everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
Kind of reminds me of Olivia Hamlin a little bit.
Yeah, she's got a little of that.
I mean, just big smile, loves playing the game.
Infectious personality. Her teammates feed off of her. I think that she's you talk about like locker room, clubhouse, and the pros, like who are good locker room guys, like stuff like that. Riley Green is the ultimate locker room girl or dugout girl. Like I think she keeps the whole team together.
Keeps the
She's
team
like,
up and
like
going and always dancing in between the breaks.
Yes,
like,
we'll have
she
some
keeps
of that
it fun.
tonight.
We will. I can't even wait. But then she's also a great player, performer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
By the way, there's a couple storylines. The home run race in 4A. Ashlyn Hershey out in Hurricane.
Wow.
8 home runs, leads all of 4A. And Lulu and Riley's teammate, Bailey Lee, is second
7.
with 7 home runs so far this season. So Eliza Kesterson-Dixie's also got 6, and so does Riley Green. So they're in that tie for third. Fallon Randall, what a young prep career. She's still just a sophomore. She's got 5. Kylie Carpenter at Pineview's got 5, and Lulu West has 5 dingers. And J-Lo Wybright, too, with 5.
Wow.
So we're seeing some balls leave the yard in Region 9 softball.
We are.
That's right. I mean, I know everyone were there for the ceremonial 75th win, but this Crimson lineup they're not gonna roll over.
They're playing Cedar tonight.
It's Cedar. I thought it was Cedar, yeah.
Oh, is it?
I said Cedar, but
Cedar.
Cedar's senior night. I said that, but then you guys, I was like, wait, is it? But yeah,
well, it's Cedar at Desert Hills.
Correct.
Like it's
And then the baseball game we've got coverage is Dixie at Desert Hills. Oh. It used to be the softball and baseball teams would play on the same nights, same matchups. They've changed that over the years.
Crimson changed it because we had
too many siblings playing.
No, we actually had a foul ball from the baseball field come over and hit our right fielder. It broke her eye socket. Too dangerous at the same time. Yeah. Not watching. Can't watch 2 things at once. Right.
By the way, Lulu is 11-2 this year. 11 wins, tops in the state. Sam Spencer is 10-0. And she's already been a Findlay Subaru Player of the Week, I think a couple weeks ago. Jordan Clough is a 10-game winner for Crimson already this year as well.
And she had that solo double out the other night as well. Where she
ran unassisted double play?
Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah, that was one of the top nominees for Jimmy John's Highlight of the Week. We'll get that posted later on this week. We'll see if that was the play or if something tops it.
Right.
104 strikeouts for Lulu.
That's incredible.
But 4.5 a game. But she's splitting time with Sam. They're keeping her a little bit fresher this year. She hasn't had to pitch as many innings, so she's actually third in the state in that category in 4A in total strikeouts. Still over 100 already in 23 games.
Reminds me of like a young Jenny Finch. For any throwback listeners that followed college softball back in the day. She's got a flamethrower of an arm, and she can field her position really well. I think she's the ultimate athlete on the bump or in the circle, I should say.
I think she's a Carlin Pickens.
Tennessee. Yeah.
I wonder who she would say she, looks up to or idolizes.
Maybe Landry, or I don't know. Yeah. But we'll have to ask her.
Yeah, we will. Maybe we'll have some Johnson Pediatric post-game comments with Lulu if she gets the big win.
The statewide lead on the boys' side in baseball and home runs is still Harmon Skeen, but it seems like he's missed his last start on the bump, and he got to 12 really quick, and now it's going to get tougher into region play. And guess who's catching him? Another Region 9 kid who's been probably swinging as hot about as anybody the last 2 weeks, Trayvon.
Yeah,
from Snow Canyon.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see him on the broadcast tomorrow night when Snow Canyon plays host to Pineview. And we'll have the call on that game as well. So tonight, Dixie at Desert Hills. You'll see Harmon Skeen. We'll see probably, I would guess, Carson Hunt on the bump tonight.
For Dixie.
Yeah. I'll tell you, there's a couple kids to watch for, Paulie. There's a couple freshmen at Desert Hills. You need to remember these names. Asher Williams.
Yeah. 3-run shot in the game I did.
Yep. 3-run home run. He's got 5 home runs on the season. He doesn't even have his driver's license yet.
Yeah.
And then the pitcher that pitched the other night, you kept saying over and over how gutsy
Yeah, Cohen Fuller.
Another freshman for Desert Hills. And so they've got some young guys that are helping the varsity level right now as ninth graders. They're still at the middle school. They don't even have classes with their captains.
I was so impressed by Fuller, even though you mentioned that game. Now thinking back on it, like he had those first 2 innings where he allowed
Give
3
up a
runs.
run in the first, 2 runs in the second.
Yeah, and then to calm down and just get everything under control and just fight back in that game. I really liked that from a freshman.
Yeah, I mean, he'd only been in a couple of appearances, but it was his first ever varsity start.
Yeah.
And I know they didn't win the game, but they lost in extras to Snow Canyon on a Cade Kelch RBI hit, scoring ints from second base, and they ended up losing by a run. But he gave him every chance to win that game. And as a freshman making his first start, I'm sure Coach Jagan Levitt, first-year head coach, will have the confidence to go back to Fuller when needs be.
Yeah.
So should be fun tonight in baseball and in softball. Again, the one early baseball game, that'll be that Pineview at Cedar game, no lights at Cedar, so that's a 3 o'clock first pitch. So that'll be final by the time we get on the broadcast tonight from the softball or the baseball game.
Yeah.
But then you will have the other game to track tonight. Other games, I should say plural, because in baseball you've got Crimson out in H-Town to take on the Tigers. And I kind of feel like the Tigers are on the come up a little bit. Are you sensing that a little bit?
Yeah.
Gianni's been great. We had his story a couple weeks ago, battling through cancer, missed his whole sophomore season. Now a junior, leading the team in stolen bases, top 3 in batting average.
Yeah, he's having a great year. Resurgent year for sure. Awesome.
Big Joey 5'6" is starting to get up there. I think he's hitting like 352. He's starting to climb. Joey Monty.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
They've got a good lineup. This might be Coach Pearson's best team in his second stint.
And Goebel, he's a good hitter for him as well. I think he's a sophomore.
He's a young
guy. So they've got some pieces out there in H-Town. I think they're going to start building some.
Yeah. I mean, again, if you're one of the top 4 teams after Region 9 going to the postseason, you're one of the top 4 or 5 teams to win the state championship.
Yeah.
And when you look at the standings right now, it is really, really tight. Really, really tight. So not the same in softball necessarily with Desert Hills doing what they're doing.
Right.
At 9-0, they are undefeated.
9.
Yeah. Cedar and Crimson are 5-3, so they're 3 back in the loss column and 4 back in the win column.
Yeah.
And so, it looks like Desert Hills is going to be Region 9's best chance at a state championship, where they've missed out on a title 2 years in a row, playing for the championship game and losing in the championship game.
Yeah, you kind of compared her to Olivia Hamlin as Riley Green from a personal perspective. But this Desert Hills team kind of mirrors that Snow Canyon basketball team that went to the state final against Ridgeline year after year and was unable to get it done, unfortunately. But I think that Desert Hills, this softball team that's been so close, like that team from Snow Canyon basketball, I think this is the year they break through, though. So I have a feeling about that.
Yeah, we'll see. So again tonight, 7 o'clock, softball, it is Cedar at Desert Hills, and then it is Dixie at Desert Hills. So both the games will be at D Hills, but different opponents tonight. Yeah. Softball will be live stream only. Radio presented by the Boulevard will be on the simulcast radio and our YouTube page. If you haven't, go give us a subscribe. YouTube.com/TheFanSportsNetwork. Final segment, Shots for the Road. When we come back, it's The Drive. Don't touch that dial. Never sold out, baby. Always room for you to tune in. Pipe us up on the app on 99.5, 95.3 in St. George, 93.1 in Cedar, 1400 AM in Parowan, 99.9 HD3 as well here on the Fan Sports Network from the Findlay Hyundai Studios. They got more vehicles that have 0%, like the gas Tucson this month. Go check it out. 0% saves you thousands over 60 months that you're paying for that car.
Cindy just got a new Tucson.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw it in the parking lot. Brand new license plate and everything.
Nice. Show recap. We did our baseball power rankings.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time on the baseball and the softball broadcasts tonight. Yeah. Earlier, we did talk about Utah Tech trying to sweep UNLV. They play UNLV at home tonight. So good luck to the Blazers and Coach Fate and the fellas down at the Yard tonight against UNLV. Got their first ever win against them in Vegas a couple weeks earlier. Yeah. And this is the rematch at home tonight. And also mentioned Fudd goes number one. UConn guard goes number one to Dallas, reunited with Paige Beckers, her former collegiate teammate. You've also had the Field of 16 set in hockey. We rattled off the teams earlier in the show, and it was kind of nice to come off the tip of the tongue. Utah Mammoth.
Yes.
Las Vegas Knights, both in the field, and a chance to lift Lord Stanley's Cup.
Pretty cool.
In a couple months. Now, they could play off against each other. Tonight will go a long way to determining that because a lot of the 82-game schedule wrap up the regular season tonight. Others will finish the season tomorrow. So not everybody in the league playing tonight, but there's nothing left to clinch in hockey.
There's nothing.
But you could watch Ovi maybe play his last game, right, Paulie?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
I will be tuned
Who did
in.
the Caps have tonight?
The Blue Jackets of Columbus.
And the Caps needed the Flyers to lose last night the Canes to win, and the Canes lost in overtime in a shootout.
Yes, and they trotted out some very suspect shooters, I got to say. It was defensemen. Jordan Stahl, Svechnikov, a lot of guys sat out the game as a maintenance day, so they didn't have their full complement of shooters, so that didn't help me.
NBA playoffs tip tonight. Miami at Charlotte. If you haven't watched Colin Knippel, he shoots threes like lights out. Will he be the rookie of the year?
I don't know.
Wemby's dropped to like 4th and 5th in the odds.
Wemby has?
Yeah.
Really?
Couldn't believe it.
What did I miss?
Get a live update here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get it. I'll get it, buddy.
So Miami at Charlotte, that'll be your first game. That's on Prime Video. Both the games are on Prime tonight, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So Heat at Hornets, 5:30 local time, and then 8 o'clock local time on Prime is Portland down in the Valley of the Sun taking on Phoenix.
MVP right now, plus 130, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, wow.
Number 2 is Victor Wembanyama, plus 500. So that
maybe I was seeing 5-1 instead of 5th in the odds.
The two leading
Is
MVP.
Collins still got a chance at Rookie of the Year?
It looks like Cooper Flag minus 200.
So Flag's overtaken him. It's shut down for the season, but that was only a couple games with the sprained ankle.
Yeah.
And they're not making the postseason.
They are not.
So there you go. There you go.
All right. How about a pick for tonight? You got any games you got your eye on that you'll be watching? Or?
Well, I am going to. I'm sorry, Cedar fans, but I think it's just all lining up to be perfect for Lulu West to break the record on senior night. So locally, I would pick Desert Hill softball. They're undefeated in region, but there's going to be some emotion. There's going to be some fanfare. I mean, obviously, there's you're walking out, mom and dad are there.
Yeah,
the record's on the line. Yeah. But Lulu's nails. She's very calm. Like where Riley's like hype girl. Lulu's kind of like even kill.
Right.
From
Don't
what I can
see
tell.
a lot of emotion or anything out of her. Yeah.
And so I think the stars are aligned tonight. So I would take that one for sure locally.
You don't give out many local picks.
But I just feel like the stars are aligned on that one tonight.
Okay, I like that.
Never pick a game I'm calling.
Okay.
But I'm not calling that game. You are. You and Tara.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah.
Me and Caden will be doing the baseball game, so I'll plead the 5th on a pick on that game. Right. I would love to see Tech upset UNLV tonight as well.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I will take Phoenix, I think, tonight in the NBA and Charlotte. Those will be my two picks in the NBA.
Phoenix and Charlotte, all right? You're going on the hardwood. I'm going to go to the ice here. The Mammoth need it, and they need it tonight bad. I think that they win in a big way tonight against the Jets at home. They're minus 185. Not really going out on a limb there much, but I think they get the big win tonight.
Lay the puck line.
Yeah, like I told you last night.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
I texted the group. I said Knights are a little juicy tonight, and Paulie says puck line, and they won 6-2.
Yes, I'm on a heater right now. Masters fantasy draft. I didn't that pick.
I didn't touch it.
All right, Tara, your pick, or a game you might have interest in, other than what we'll be calling tonight.
I'll be watching the Mammoth game tonight, and I think they do win as well. I think they pull it out, so I would take them for sure. Puck line.
Puck line.
Yeah.
She loves it.
I don't do parlays or anything. And I also want to, keep an eye on the Utah Tech. And I think they do actually win against UNLV tonight.
It'll be tough.
Yeah.
We don't know.
It's not going to be easy. But
bullpen game, those Tuesday games. Going to have to get some, 4 or 5 guys to pitch really well tonight.
Right. And I don't know who's starting on the bump. Is it West or...
I don't know, but against Azuzu last week, Tank Kelly got his 6th win, so really happy for Tank. So lots to talk about, lots to recap. We'll be back better than ever again tomorrow here from the Findlay Hyundai studio. For Tara, Paulie, I'm Devin.